Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chaosville here, with your Master of Horror for the evening, lying in bed once. So, I'm stood here next to my unfortunate counterpart who's trying very hard to climb out of the well. Because today, beneath me, is of course the wiring of the curse, and we're going to start work today on getting the, only use a tag log off this person if they're actually online set up. And that is going to involve, by my count, 20 chests. I've got chests and a trapped chest there. Just so I can put them right next to each other without them joining up. There is actually something I want to maybe look into later, which is the... No? Oh, like that. There it is. Okay, it's the Ender IO, which requires that we get together a kind of an alloy smelter from Ender IO as well. But if I have this and I have a staff of travelling with some charge in it, then I can right click and interact with the 7x7 area around the Ender IO, and then above that there is also the travel anchor, which functions similar to how my my infusion's home point does. If I can see it, I can right click and immediately teleport to on top of it, even through the walls. So that would make travelling through this place a lot easier, and it would also mean that I could seal off these doors so that there was no light coming in and no visible entryways. So that would be fantastic, but we'll work on that later. Today, of course, we are still working on this. So, the way this works, or will work, I should say, is that we'll have our 20 chests in a line, and then we'll have these item ducts coming into them, and they'll all have filters on them so that we can control them and tell them only taking a tag log with this metadata, that is to say, with this person in it. And then we'll have a online detector underneath so that they can be pulled out only when a certain someone is online, and then they'll go into the a general output chest that's running this curse. So let's get started on that. So 1, 2, 3, 2. Evidently I need to go a little bit longer in here. Although it's kind of interesting coming down here, because as you can see we're hitting some more piping, and this piping is related to the grinding setup, which means we're now in range of the muffler, and it was really confusing for me when I finally hit this area. I don't know why, but this steel pickaxe seems to move a lot faster when there's no sound of it doing anything. It's eerie as all heck. Jeez, you can't... Well, it's not really no sound, you can occasionally hear sound, but it's very quiet. It's kind of creepy. But above here, I believe... So we inch forwards. Oh, yeah, we're getting close to it, I think. Yeah. I think it is... Is it up there, maybe? No, I think it's above this. Is the actual spawner, so I dig those out. Yep, there it is. There's the auto spawner, so I may have to rewire some stuff, because I'm not sure we have enough room. Although I can just wrap this around, as long as I keep alternating these. So maybe that won't be too much of an issue. Okay, so if that is so, that is the wrong one. Oh, that's gonna bug me. Ah, we have noise again. I might actually have one more spare, so... There, perfect. Okay, so we've got our big bed of chests now, so let's go and grab some item ducts. And up here, ikimasu, which is Japanese for to go, or let's go, as it's often translated. Okay, and down there. Okay, so there have been a few updates as a consequence of the recent changes. So we've got, let me see, we've got the latest version of Witchery, and I need to tell you not to connect there, I think. No? Can I tell you that? Dense vacuum, nope. Okay, I need to do a little bit of quick rewiring here. That's fine, I'll get a couple pieces back. There we go. Grab you. Now these of course are all just inputs, and then we just need to add a servo to control. And if we have a, well, we don't need one of these. If we have a servo for all of these, then we can control them and set them all for specific players. And then underneath we need more of these so that we can have our outputs. And the reason I'm doing this, if you don't remember from probably the last episode, wow, you must have been unattentive, is the rite of transposition will still use up a tag lock kit if the person, even if the person isn't online. It will just have no effect. This is a bit of a problem because the day-night cycle in Minecraft is pretty quick, so consequently you'll fly through the days, and then you'll have the problem that, well, they're not around, so nothing happens. I don't want the curse to be that easy to escape, that you can escape it just by logging off, effectively. Okay. And let me just dig that out for ease of access. So we need, let's see, 40 for levels, so 80 servos. Phew, okay. 145, 6, 79, 10. Okay, so yeah. We're going to need 40 servos per level. Well, no, it is 40 servos in general, in total, isn't it? Because it's 20 top and 20 bottom, so yes. 40 servos. Right. Next step of business. Now, let's see, those are composed of iron and redstone. So let's grab that, okay. And the iron, we're going to need 40 of. 9, 18, 27, 36, there. Fair bit of iron, but we can stomach it. And we're going to need, similarly, a bit more glass. Which shouldn't take too long to cook anyways. Okay. And it is like this, I think, yes. Okay, that's 15 so far. And why do I have this redstone control open? How's that? Okay, so that is 15 so far. And I did not calculate this properly. Jeez. Okay, we need a lot more iron then. Ooh, actually, we might be running out of iron. Eep. That would be a problem. Doop. Doop. And a doop. Okay, so we've got 15 now. We need another 15. Wait, that'll be 15, so it'll be 25. We need another 25. Okay, we have the iron for that. Just. I may have to shove some more. I think we have some more in here. Where are you? Just by IDs, which are fairly high. Yeah, we have enough 43 iron. No worries, that'll go through the system and it'll be out in no time. 22. Okay, do I have any tag locks of people already? I think I do. Let's see, Nifty, Gar, Ted. Can I just chuck these in here? In, like, here? No, I don't have the space. I still think I found a place for that stuff. But point of note, I do have a bunch already, so that will help me in setting this up. And let's empty my inventory a little bit. Do have a bunch of rowan berries, because the update modified how this planter works, so it now fully works completely with witchery saplings. I did put this silver muffler here because it makes a heck of a lot of noise if you don't have one around while it's cutting things. And I added a vacuum hopper, which is just because every now and then there's these rowan berries and there's the odd sapling it doesn't grab, so I just use the vacuum hopper to suck those in so that I have minimal losses. Efficiency, yay! Yep, 30, we need 10 more. And apparently I still underestimated this. Wow. Oh, actually, we're going to be... No, we have just enough iron to finish this. Doop. shove that in there so I don't use it again. Okay, and in there, right. So yeah, I don't really want there... ideally, I want you to only... Wow, you can really see the sun. Oh jeez, I'm a phantom of a person, aren't I? Right, apologies for the glaring sun. If I keep my head here, maybe I can impersonate a religious figure. Yeah, I don't really want people to be able to avoid the curse of the well just by logging out for the day or something. Because it will be in a chunk-loaded area, which means we will have a constant day-night cycle, and we will have a constant count. It will not be dependent upon me being logged in. Okay. I'm just going to leave that and get the ones we have already. So it's important to have this clearance to check if someone's actually logged in before we attempt to curse them. Now, theoretically, you could fool this system by logging in for the briefest of moments. Okay. That's one row. And here's the next. Okay, so let's have Nifty be our first guy here. Use MBT data, use metadata, good. Whitelist. We want these all to be on whitelist, and that one could be Gar. Okay, so if I plug them into here, and we give this a signal. Then we get Nifty and Gar. Perfect. Because these are now only capable of receiving certain people's tag locks. So I'll bring them back because I don't want to curse them when they haven't actually looked at the book. Just use my own tag locks for reference, shall we say. So I just do that for everyone. And then down here we have these all set to out. Just dig down again. Finding a lot of iron. We should be fine. That's always been the kind of the thing ever since I started using the factorization setup, even as incomplete as it is right now. Is just, oh, I appear to have basically no iron. Chuck in a few ores, do a bit of washing. Oh, I have a ton of iron. So I'm not going to complain. Okay, so these all need to be set to out. Oop. And then we need to set them to require a signal, although they should do that by default, but it looks like they already have. Okay, and that's all the ones we got so far. And if none of these are on the blue input, then they will never accidentally catch a leaving tag lock. Okay, yep. Right, so now our glass should be done, and we can get to work on the final element of this particular bit of circuitry. Yep, there we go. And stick these all in there, okay. So, got our last pneumatic servos, and now we need the very interesting... there we go. Online detector. Now, I want the one from random things. I don't have any experience with the online play detector here. I presume it's not nearly as useful as this. But that requires a player core, which requires emeralds, which could be a problem because I only have the one of those. Thank you, Earth Guardian. But other than that, it's fairly cheap. Just 2 lapis, 2 redstone. All the way around. Yeah, that, by the way, is the C, the swirl items, which rotates them. Very handy. And now we need 4 stone, 2 redstone, and 2 redstone torches. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Creepy noise. And the stone... Doop, doop, doop. Doop, doop. Should have some spare sticks lying around here. Ooh, and I don't think I introduced this. This is the spinning wheel. It is a new machine in Witchery. It is used to make different threads. which is good because you need the fanciful thread, I think it is, a golden thread, which you just make from putting a standard vanilla hay bale in there with a whiff of magic. You need that to make all of the clothing, basically. All of it. So I do actually now have some icy slippers, I think, in here. Yep, there they are. Unenchanted, and you can't dye them to the best of my knowledge, although they're blue, so I don't know why you'd want to. Okay, yes, I need I'm carrying sticks. Why am I so blind? Jeez. Okay, so online detector. So let's take this down, and I'll show you what this does. Okay, so if we stick it there, and I don't have another chest or anything for that to go into, but that's not too much of an issue. Yoop, yoop. Let's see, item duct. I have 12 of these left? Huh. Okay. Bring this down, and hook it into these guys. Like so. So that is now the only output of this whole line. And if I come around here and dig around here a bit, jeez, how prepared am I today? Wow. Oh, hey, Nifty, perfect. Okay, so if I tell this to detect Nifty, then it's now outputting a signal, and this is the only one that's turned on. So now, if Nifty logs out again, this will turn off. So if I say detect Gar, save, turns off, because Gar is presently offline. So I just need 20 of these, detecting names on every player, and then they will only be able to output their tag locks when those particular players are online. And then they will all come into this dropper, which is responsible for our teleport system, and then we can just run the system as long as there's items in here. Now I might have to run a bit more of a complex system in between, like, here and here, just to make sure that there's actually anyone in the system for it to run on. Otherwise we'll just get a bunch of materials lying around and nothing happening. But by and large, that is the beginning of our curse system. Now the actual mechanics of the curse itself are going to require that we go into Mistcraft a little bit and get some crystals. You probably remember those from last season. Let's see if I can remember it. Where are you? Yeah, there we are. So that is crystal, and you only find that in certain Mistcraft dimensions. But once you have it, you can create different scaled, different orientation, critically, different shape and such portals that go to specific Mistcraft coordinates. So you can use it with the, let's see, the book receptacle to create a linking book to a specific location, and then it will just teleport you there on contact. We need it to take the Horned Huntsmans that we are creating over here and place them inside of here after the player has arrived, and then after a set period of time, whether or not that player is still alive at that point, because hey, it's a Horned Huntsman, to trigger a very high one up. I'll just pop through and explain exactly how high. Trigger another crystal ring up here at the top that will teleport the Horned Huntsman out in preparation for us teleporting the player out. And that will be the full workings. So what will happen is they will get their tag lock added to the system by opening the leech chest upstairs with the book. It will go into day 1, and then the signal, which is currently being played for by a lever here, will run through, and every day their tag locks will get an extra step closer to our online filtration system, and they'll get all of their tag locks will be put into a chest here, and then as they log on, and only when they log on, will their waiting tag locks be able to go into this system. Now, in theory, a more player-kind system, I guess, would have sort of this online detection system for every single day, and it would just have an AND gate of are they online, and it has is the day shuffling. but I guess I'm not quite as a nice kind of person, and also they'll take up a lot more space versus this kind of very fairly compact and straightforward system. Would also be a lot more expensive, but oh well. But yeah, I would need 20 different player detectors per day, so that would be 140 emeralds. That's over 2 stacks of them. I'd have to melt down so many different villagers. But that is the stuff that we've done today. Next time, I'll finish up this wiring off camera, I think. Next time, we will have a look at actually wiring up for the crystals. Whether that means we'll actually be going to Mistcraft just yet, I don't know. But we'll see. Or maybe I'll investigate another mod that we have in mod pack rather than visiting something I did last season. But anyways, with that in mind, I shall catch you next time, when we might also be fixing up to punish our would-be vandal. Catch you next time. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and or a favourite, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to be notified of future updates. You can also check out the website where most other content is uploaded. That's all for now, catch you later.